Yo, so check this out. I'll admit it. I was a total SJW. Flat out, you know, I I don't know what I was thinking, you know. But finally, I have realized what is truly going on. For a long time you kind of just hear things and understand things passively, and you don't really engage with any information. You kind of just let it disseminate through other people, and as it gets to you, it has been filtered so much that you only get like this um real processed version of what the real facts are and what the real truth is. And look, I'm a Hispanic 32-year-old male. you know I graduated from college. I have a good professional job. um my first year in college, 2007. No, I'm sorry, my second year of college was the year that Obama got elected. And guess who voted for Obama? Two times. Two times I voted for Obama. And as a college kid, you have other priorities. You're not really paying attention to what's really going on. So that had largely an effect on my decision making. But and even to the 2016 election, really there wasn't any kind of thought into my decision making. Given that I voted for Bernie Sanders, and I didn't really want to vote for Hillary, but I voted for Hillary anyway, just because, like I said, I really wasn't understanding the facts, and I wasn't really thinking about how things really apply to me and my family. you know but this year changed everything. As COVID hit, I saw the abuse in power, especially where I'm from, in this real dense Hispanic population, where I live in. These Democratic elected officials have no, I guess they don't care really. I've seen how power hungry they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Republicans aren't power hungry, but their belief system about how the government is supposed to solve all your problems is totally wrong. They see themselves as the end all be all. They'll save you, and they know what is best for you. And me working in the medical field, especially with this issue, I'm telling you right now, you don't know what's best for me, you know? And every day I see them in the news trying to tell everybody, what they what they see, and scaring people, and I guess turning people against each other because people don't know who to believe anymore. you know but these guys are just freaking, they're just out of their minds. And here, we're still in Texas, so it's not too bad, but just everything that's going on right now in the country, everything is happening in these democratic cities. People are going to try to tell you otherwise. They're going to say that Trump voters are the ones that are agitating people, and they're the ones that are essentially causing all the mayhem. But you got to pay attention. And, even with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, because I'm a big NFL fan, I was on Colin Kaepernick's side this whole time, but now it's just gotten way too far, man, to where they don't know, they don't. It's like kind of that thing. It's like, be careful what you wish for, right? The whole thing that they're asking to like defund the police and all these things. And there's different versions of what people think that means. But essentially, what Cap has been saying is just to abolish them, because they're outright killing innocent black men. But like I said, there's always two sides to a story. So yeah, man. This year I switched. For the first time, I am going to be voting Republican, and I think a lot of people that I know are going to be doing the same thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a trumper, But this year, I've liked a lot of what he's been saying. I'm not gonna wear the MAGA hat or nothing like that. Partly because, where I live, it's I would say 90% Democratic. Well, maybe this year it changed already, but you don't wear a MAGA hat here, where I live, in public. That's just asking for trouble. People here, low socioeconomic status, they don't care, So they, like I said, they listen to filtered news, processed news, like processed, everybody knows that processed foods are bad for you. Processed information is bad for you. People here don't really understand what's going on in the world, so they listen to all of these news outlets that want to turn them against Trump, right? Because according to the news, Trump is the problem, when in fact they are the ones that have been causing all the issues this year, and yeah, man. So like I said, I went to college, I voted twice for Obama. I voted once for Hillary, but this year it's going to be Republican, and I'm gonna be voting for Trump, and I'll probably vote whoever the Republican nominee is after that. I'll probably vote for him, just because we can't have more and more government intervening in our daily lives, man. It's gone to the point where they shut everything down only for one issue, and they neglected everything else that was going to arise because of this. Suicides, depression, all of these economic depression. Businesses are closing down. It's hard to stay afloat right now, in this state, or especially where I'm from. Like I said, it's not as bad as other places, but because, like I said, it is Texas, so essentially we kind of have that, don't fuck with us kind of attitude here. But there's other places that have gotten it way worse. So, like I said, I can't stand it anymore with these Democratic elected officials, because they just want to have their hands in everything, And the more I've been studying all this, and the more I've been reading, it's just, we can't have these trends towards socialism and towards communism, which, unfortunately, I think they're going to come. Hopefully they don't. Kind of like when people back in the 70s or 80s or whatever were afraid of overpopulation, and that it was going to be a big problem in the world in 10, 20 years, overpopulation. And that's why all these movies like Mad Max and, Waterworld, all these movies started coming out, right? Because overpopulation was going to decimate the whole world. And it turned out that people started having less kids. The population curve started going down, and it wasn't the big scare that everybody thought. So hopefully this is that. Hopefully this socialism, trend towards socialism, doesn't go any further. But people like AOC, people like Joe Biden, people like Kamala Harris. You know, these people want to keep the power, you know, and they forget that the people elected them to serve the people, not so they can dictate, you know, I guess, how dictate the people how to live their lives, you know. So yeah, man, you know, just like I said, I'm a millennial and I'm gonna be born Republican. You know what I'm saying? Because now I understand really what's going on, and it's crazy how people still think that, you know, this guy, this lunatic, you know, I'm sorry, not lunatic, but this man with dementia, who dementia's taking over his brain, you know, he is better off for the country, and then his goons there are essentially going to be running the show behind the scenes. And I know you can essentially make that argument for Trump too, you know, but they're not trying to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not trying to get you to adhere to the new norm. You know, I hate it when people say that the new face mask is the new norm, you know, and social distancing and all these things, and so yeah, man. Like I said, American citizen, by the way. I was born here, so yeah, man. This is my country, and I'm as American as it can be, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to what's going on in any other countries. This is this is my country. I was born here, and I care about what happens. So just, you know, I wonder how much of this is just age. I wonder if this happens to a lot of people when they turn 30, 31, 32, around that age. But for me, it was definitely this whole COVID lockdown, draconian kind of measures that people were taking, so people won't interact with each other, when statistics show that because they love to do this, compare it to the Spanish flu, the numbers are the same, or slightly different, but they had no lockdowns, they had no quarantines, and they had less medicine, they had less technology, you know. So yeah, man, millennial here, born Republican in 2020. We'll see you guys.